any of these other toy box things. There's photo booth, sketchbook, Mars rover, get cozy for romance. Welcome all. Welcome all, as all are welcome. Welcome to the driveway. This is where I keep my cars. It's a sad day. We're bidding farewell to one of our cars. So this is not an unboxing, because I've never done an unboxing for either of these cars. But I'm gonna do an exit interview. And in the exit interview, I'll probably talk about the two cars, because we have a Model Y Performance First Edition, and we have a Model Y or Model 3 Performance Second Edition, which was super fun to own. The only regret was we didn't drive it enough. We could have drove it more. The tires are summer only, it says, but the weight of the car overcomes the summer only portion of the tire, I think. So that was a bummer, but I'm using my GoPro with my anamorphic lens, because I usually don't ever get an opportunity to use it. Anyway, let's talk about cars. So full self-driving is total garbage. Auto steer beta, total garbage. I never use traffic-aware cruise control. I'm gonna actually, when I have the Model Y more often. Gonna replace the Model 3 with a Rivian. Not sure if that's a good or a bad idea yet, because it hasn't shown up. Still waiting. So, well, we got it once, and the had some issues. So, all of the electric car companies are their sales departments are in beta. They don't know how to do it. They, especially in the state of Michigan, they can't do it. So it's one of those things that you just kind of deal with and kind of have a little more leap of faith. The Tesla was fine. You know, the Tesla was fine. They delivered it for the most part. This lease car was fine. They can deliver cars for the most part, but all financing and all that other stuff has to be done like digitally, which is kind of like treacherous, because like you're basically signed for a car you've never seen before, which is kind of like how it works in you know, the dealerships and stuff. But you know, with this particular car, you know, is built and like it's launch edition, so you're getting one of the very first ones. So there's some issues with that. So there was issues with the Tesla, because it was the very first one. But it was like a heat pump thing. It was like a seal, and it was fixed, no problem. 90,000 miles on this one, 10,000 miles on this one. And like I said, the only bummer is we didn't drive it more. Let's go inside the car. Yeah? Right. Now you're in the car. Let's talk about like the ups and the downs versus the old versus the new performance model Teslas. So like the old model performance models or whatever, they have just a regular like damper suspension, nothing special. It's a performance suspension, and like that's it. This newer model and the newer Model Y, which is kind of cool, has a like mag ride system, kind of like, you know, Corvettes, Camaros, that kind of stuff, where it has a electronically controlled damper. So you can have 3 different modes. You can control it through your dynamics. There's standard and sport, but then the 3 different modes for our steering, I should say. It's light, standard, and heavy. There's track mode for acceleration modes. There's chill, standard, and insane. Insane is exactly that. Wife says I make her want to pee her pants when she does it. It is nonsense, like ridiculous. The track mode, we never used it. I never used it. I didn't drive the car enough. I'm just gonna be honest. We're leaving mileage on the table in the lease just because like it was the car that I wanted. It replaced my minivan. You know, I actually got this and like went for this one because I thought my wife would like it. Turns out she actually does like it, just when I'm not in the car, because like she doesn't like the way I drive it, I guess. I don't drive it totally nuts. I don't believe in, you know, accelerating like where there's like driveways and stuff where someone can pull out and I could get in a bad accident. You know, like, you know, drive it on the freeway. This is one of the most smoothest cars I've ever driven at 100 miles an hour. The Y is too. They're basically the same car. They just have a little bit different shape. I think one is longer than the other just because of the shape of it. Like one's squashed and one's, you know, one's squashed down and one's squashed together for the space. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's got more of a greenhouse in the Y, but like they have similar numbers. This car actually has better numbers, actually. It runs 20-inch tires. That car runs 21-inch, and they're staggered. That car being our Model Y Performance, the original. It's a 2021 model. It's, like I said, it's got 90,000 miles on it. It's the only car I've ever owned in my life that's got 90,000 miles on it. We've done shit to it. I mean, sorry, language. We've done nothing to it, ever. We spent more time in the dealership getting this one and then possibly getting another one of those than we ever spent with service. The other thing that, like, you know, went wrong with this car, like I said, there were some like trim issues that brought water into the car, and then like the heat pump thing that was a known issue, and all that got rectified like immediately. It was like a build thing. The build, you know, was rectified at the service stations and so on, and it was super easy. You know, they gave us a Model S, you know, P80D or whatever for, you know, the loaner too, which was fine. Rivian wanted to do that too, but like we still had this car, so I told them that I don't want their, you know, I don't want to be responsible for a $90,000 truck when like they can't deliver me my $60,000 truck. You're not trustworthy at that point, so you gotta cut me some slack on that. You know, but anyway, this car fast, fastest car I've ever driven. Smoothest car I've ever driven fast. It's very heavy, so there's plenty of weight, you know, to keep this thing planted. It still is plenty grippy. I've never really tried to like go crazy with it because it's just, you know what I mean? It's to get me and my daughter where we need to go. So, woo to that. So I don't want to make this video too long because there's really not much to say. If you can afford it, I guess it's a fun car because, you know, you don't really have, you know, a lot of time sitting at a gas station pump. If you're sitting at a supercharger, you can play games, you know, in the arcade and stuff like that. You can, you know, play the SpaceX simulator. There's Castle, this beach racing buggy game is effing sweet, man. It's on my accelerator, or it's on my my channel as like Gran Turismo 8. I haven't played it in a long time. Oh, I didn't even go into any of these other toy box things. There's photo booth, sketchbook, paint shop. You could be Tron. Yeah. Gotta get me some Tron. Oh, yeah. Doesn't it feel evil in here now? Don't you feel like Sark or some shit? Baller. It's supposed to play the goddamn song. Like, what's going on here? Anyway, there's just some of the things that are in this thing. There's a fart ton of stuff, dude. Santa, light shows, Rainbow Road, farts. Oh my god. Farts. Oh god, there's farts. Boombox, like I said, tracks. Turn it into a Mars rover. Get cozy for romance. Dude, that's bitchin'. I forgot all about that. Anyway, on that note, a nice romantic evening in your car. Should get out of here. Castlevania, Sudoku. I mean, there's so many different things, man. You can play music in here, make music. The sky is the limit with your dumb car. Oh, and then the stupid toy sounds it makes. If you've seen any of my other, you know, content on this car, I did autonomous content, I did summon content, I did light show content. What else? The hits keep coming. This car was the best. I can't believe we're getting rid of it. It was really my first choice to keep this one because, you know, why it was so good and like why give it away. But here's the thing. This wasn't the one that I chose. I wanted a black one with white interior, but we got space gray. They're like, oh, this is close. Is this okay? It's a demo car. And they gave us like a credit. So that's how we got our home charger or whatever. Because we were using just a, you know, a dryer plug, you know, 50 amp or 40 amp actually is what it was with the mobile connector. But the mobile connectors kept breaking. So we were able to get this second edition Tesla home connector. It charges both cars really quick, does it at 40 amps, usually like even if it's totally dead, like no more than like 5 hours. If we go out, it's 20 minutes at best. So I don't know, man. I try to tell like all the gas people that I deal with, and I say, hey man, if you've ever driven more than like, you know, 200 miles without having to, you know, take a 15-minute break, God bless you. That's not me. I'm having a coffee and something. I'm not peeing in a bottle. If I got to stop at Myers, no plug, no spiff to me for going to Myers. That's where the superchargers are here. You know, I'll go hang out in there for take a whiz, and you know it'll be fine. 15 minutes. Make sure you're there before the car's done charging, so you don't get any overage charges, and you're good. So. Anyway, like I said, cars were great. Love them. You know, that one, the only thing I ever do to it is I put snow tires on it when it's really, you know, crappy out. And then I put the speed racer tires on. That's all I've ever done to it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this and you enjoy some of my other content. Hopefully I didn't make this too long.